Understand you soon, it won't be long. Keep on, keep running. Running and running.
So the first thing you want to do is you want to go up to here and press create new. You want to go to social. You want to go to YouTube thumb, which is for a thumbnail. Now, you're in here and you of course have no layer, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to obviously go onto the internet and grab things that you want to do for your thumbnail, of course. So get a solid background. So real quick, I'm just going to go to add image as layer, go to pictures, go to thumbnails, and I have all these, pictures. I'm going to pick the background, which is purple. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize it. And while I just resized it, what you can also do to consider resizing it is pressing shift to get this free tab, and you can drag it wherever you want. But I'm going to leave it how it was. And I'm going to put it in place. Now that seems pretty good, right? So now, since you have your background and then you go up to layer, add images layer again, you can add in a PNG. So grab your PNG of what you want to use. So I am of course just going to use I'm going to use this blue effect. Okay, then I'm of course going to resize it, bring it into frame, and there you go. That looks perfect. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're obviously going to grab a character of some sort. So the last image that I've used before was Mike Wazowski. I'm not going to use him again. I'm going to use Tachanka PNG. So I'm going to open that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize him to a good point where he sits. Now I think that's an amazing point right there. I'm of course not creating the thumbnail I'm creating right now. You'll be seeing a different one, but this is just for an example. So since you just did that, now what you're going to do is you're going to click on your image, okay, and then you're going to go to filter. You're going to go and click outer glow, and you're going to pick the perfect size. Don't do it like super high, do it at a minimum, okay. And to be honest, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do a feather at 100%. Then I'm going to apply. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to filter, then I'm going to go hit outline, and I'm going to make it black outline, okay. And I'm going to size it down to about 5, and then there you go. Now hit apply. Okay, now you just did that. Now you just did the outline glow and the outline, okay? Now, if you want to add more effects, you can add a drop shadow. And of course, make it black. Do not make the drop shadow super high. I'm going to leave it at 55. And I'm going to put a blur of 20, okay? Now, I think this looks pretty good. But what I'm going to do actually is put it behind him a bit because the light looks like it's kind of reflecting to the left where the shadow would be better. So yeah, now you got that. Okay, now hit apply. Now what we're gonna do is you got that effect down. Now we're gonna go and hit the text, and we're going to obviously add a text. So now create your text saying whatever you want. I'm just gonna say God thumbnails. Okay, and of course this font is plain, right? So what we're gonna do is you're just going to go through and find a font. So I'm going to pick I guess I'm going to pick Brooklyn. Okay, now what you're gonna do is, this looks pretty small, right? So I'm going to zoom it in, right? Now you don't need to do it just for one whole word. You can do one word for God and then another word for thumbnails, okay? So now, since you created your text, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to styles, you're gonna go to outline to add an outline to your font. Now, since you just did that, you can create the size bigger, the size smaller, but I recommend it just being 30. Now, to add a shadow, pretty much just a drop shadow of what we did to our little character here. We're going to add a shadow, have that black, and we're going to add a blur to it. I'm going to do 25. And then I'm going to add opacity to 34. Now, I think that looks pretty good, right? So you make sure it's pretty straight. Okay, it's straight, right? So then after that, you of course go up to your files, go up to file, go to save. You can also hit Control S to save it. Once you save this file, you do not need this. Apparently, I use all of my daily free saves, which is stupid considering the fact that this is Pixlr E and it's a free software. But don't worry about that. If it's your first time, you can obviously use this. So yeah, just go to File, and then Save as whatever, wherever your thumbnails or whatever, wherever. And yeah, that's pretty much what you do. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing and dropping a like. If you do like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe, and be sure you subscribe to my YouTube. Anyways, you guys have a great night.